Now, Christina, we've decided to start from the view from the board. So what's the role of the board in enabling sustainable growth? Can you help us understand why is it so crucial for you?
For me, Andrea, it's extremely important because the role of the board is somehow to further support the management of the company, to steer the direction in terms of setting the goals, also in terms of sustainability. And the board is proactively promoting this. I can witness, as Secretary of the Sustainability Committee, I can witness how important it is for the board.
Now, let's hear from two of the main leaders from your governance. We have in the studio Paolo Amato, who's chairman of Remuneration and Nomination Committee. Welcome, thanks for joining us today. And we've got remotely connected Maria Letizia Mariani, who's chairwoman of the Sustainability Committee. Welcome, Maria Letizia Mariani. I would like to start with you, Maria Letizia, because as lead independent director of the board and chairperson of the Sustainability Committee, you can, confirm also how important is the focus of the board of Prysmian on all the sustainability matters.
Yeah, and honestly, I am really proud of the focus and the commitment that all the board members and all the different committees are putting in place to prioritize sustainability in the agenda of the board and providing full support to the management to translate the group strategic priorities into concrete action plan, and also to continuously raise the bar, because sustainability is a journey, and it's a journey where we should continuously challenge each other, learn and improve. And this is the role that the board and the committee are playing, and the management is taking with a lot of energy and drive.
Now, Maria Letizia, what exactly is sustainability for Prysmian?
So when I look at the sustainability for Prysmian, for me is clear that it is a business priority and is a duty. It represents the responsibility of the group towards environment and society. And at the same time, the group is in a unique position to be one of the main technological players in the transition to the low carbon energy. So this is clearly a very big strategic priorities that is helping the company to position themselves in terms of business and in terms of social and environmental responsibility.
Well, Paolo, talking about the sustainability journey, how exactly your committee, Retribution and Nomination Committee, can contribute to this journey?
Yeah, thank you very much for asking this question. I think about three main items. One is remuneration itself. So we included the ESG KPI starting in 2018 with the short-term incentive system, and then we added also those to the 2020 for the long-term incentive system. And we gave a lot of weight to the ESG component of the remuneration system, which is about between 20 and 30% of total. We believe it is very important. It is very articulated. It is very important to include ESG matters into the remuneration system. And for us, again, a meritocracy and making sure that we give enough attention from the board level through the incentive system, so is key.
Yeah, how about the interaction with shareholders on one hand, stakeholders more generally?
Yeah, we like to do that as much as possible as a committee, as a board in general, and together with management, we always do that. And we encourage this type of interaction, with the main stakeholders. On our side, we mostly discuss remuneration and nomination items, obviously, and we find it very enriching to, on the one side, understand their, expectations, which are, moving over time, obviously, and at the same time, Also, we try to align as much as possible to the international best practices on this.
Now, Maria Letizia, we know that there's a lot of attention also to giving back to the local communities where you work globally. Can you tell us more on what's the board's approach to these type of topics?
Yeah, for sure. So let me first say that when I look at the commitment and the ambition of Prysmian, I see three pillars that are connected and supporting each other. One is the climate part, the other one is society, and the third one is innovation, and they are contributing to the journey each other. When I look specifically, as you are asking, on the social part and the giving back to the community, the social pillar represents the responsibility towards employees and the local communities where the company operates. And there is a clear definition and description of the commitment and the goal in the social ambition plan of the company, where we touch topics like diversity, equity, inclusion, training, upskilling, and empowerment of local communities. So as part of the empowerment of local communities, there is this concept of giving back to the communities where the company operates. This is a strong practice in the countries where the group is present, from Colombia to Oman to Philippines, and there the group is offering concrete possibilities of academic development and employment opportunities to the underprivileged communities. So those are elements that are really driving the connection and the giving back of Prysmian towards society.
And now, Paolo Amato, everyone is wondering how would you state the engagement of the board in the sustainability practices?
Let me tell you, I joined the board over 4 years ago as an independent director, and I was in this committee since I joined. And I've seen a very stable and significant progression over time of the board commitment, obviously committee's commitment, and management commitment to the sustainability matters. And our committee works very well with Maria Letizia's committee on these matters. And I feel that today the company has really progressed very badly to a level which I consider to be best practice internationally, let's say.
Absolutely. So, Maria Letizia, there's also a point which is the skills of the board members in terms of ESG skills. What you make of that? What's your experience?
I fully support what Paolo was saying. I am now in my third turn in the board, and I have really witnessed the evolution of the board, of the knowledge, of the commitment, through evolution of the single individual and through also the upgrade and the change that has been made over time. And I can really see that now there is a level of preparation, experience, and commitment on the topic of sustainability that is outstanding, and help us to represent that commitment not only in the board, not only in the sustainability committee, that is quite an obvious place, but as Paolo was mentioning, also in the other committees and in all the engagement across the board members. So there is it starts with the skills, with the preparation, and with the beliefs and the commitment. And this is definitely something that over time has been built and is quite strong in the board of Prysmian at the moment.
Paolo Amato, sustainability is also about diversity and inclusion, and you take it seriously. You do have a program which is also dedicated to...
Yeah, we thank you for asking. I think this is a very important matter, and we started, we are all committed to believe that equity is a very important component for inclusion. And so the company had established a program called YES program, which was initiated a long time ago and renewed last year, renewed very recently. But on top of that, the company also launched a new equity program for all people, everybody who is not yet incentivized by long-term and short-term incentive
systems. Are you talking about value for all?
Value for all, yes. That's not yet the name. It's still a little bit unclear.
Okay. It's still in progress.
Let's call it the new share plan program for everybody, and this is very important. So we will be offered the opportunity to invest at preferred conditions their, say, production bonus, yearly production bonus, so that they may have the opportunity to get shares, and the more they retain their shares, the more they get additional benefits into it.
Maria Letizia was smiling at that. Why was that?
No, I love that program. I think it truly drives engagement, and is, in my view, a benchmark and a reference that can inspire many different companies.
If I may, I would like to add also that we brought it to the last AGM last April, and it was highly appreciated by the shareholders. So we got a consent rate of over 99%.
All right, it was great to know this, but it's time to wrap it up a bit. So, Maria Letizia and Paolo Amato, I would like to ask you, what's your takeaway? We're talking today to all of your colleagues globally about, the engagement and what's next in terms of your priority looking ahead from this point of view. Maria Letizia, please.
So I go first, and first I want to thank all the employees of the company, all the customers, the investors, the stakeholders, because the journey is a massive journey, and it can only happen with the support of all stakeholders. This session this week is an example of that dialogue, that transparency that helps to collect feedback, to align on expectation, and to further accelerate the plans and add additional initiatives. So what we can offer, and we will continue to offer, is a strong commitment, the openness to listen to feedback and to continue to improve. And the journey is an amazing journey, is a journey that will make ourselves, the society, and the company a better place. So please stay engaged and enjoy the journey.
Paolo Amato.
Yeah, just to add to what Maria Letizia said, I would like to state that this is a very long-term journey. So some of the items will last until 2050. So we are still at the very beginning. I think a long way to go. So right now, focus is, in my view, mostly on implementation. And in doing the implementation of this broad program, I think it would be very important to get feedback from the participants to this weekly event, a sustainability event on the one side, and on the other side, to be able to continue gathering feedback from our shareholders, stakeholders in general.
Well, there will be plenty of occasion also of interaction during this week. So
yes.
Thanks again, Paolo Amato, Chairman of the Remuneration and Nomination Committee, and Maria Letizia Mariani, Chairwoman of the Sustainability Committee. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Cristina, we heard from their voices, the energy that they put into this engagement.
It's very inspirational, and then it's very reassuring as part of the management of the company. It's reassuring to see how the board is involved in our sustainability journey.